I did not change the overlay. It is Backfire versus Breakouts. Backfire versus Breakout in the grand finals of the EU Masked Duelist. If you're just tuning in for the first time, wouldn't be too surprised if people just wanted to watch the grand final. This is a single elimination 8-player tournament of players who play on EU servers. And none of them know who they're playing against. As they're playing on anonymous accounts, they're doing their best to try and take down the $500 grand prize. Now, after we do that, we will reveal who these players have guessed that they were playing against the whole way, as well as show who you guys thought they were, and then reveal who they actually were, immediately following the grand final. It is Backfire versus Breakout. It is time to close the submissions and change the title to Grand Finals. Backfire gonna get a second goal. Now, I've decided back and forth between telling people who are just tuning in now, what people have previously guessed, and because I'm expecting maybe some people to tune in to like just the YouTube video or something, I'm gonna go ahead and not tell you who you guys have been leaning towards, because you've seen both these guys play in previous games. You're starting to lean towards who you think it might be. I say lean. As far as we've done the tournament in North America and EU, you guys are falling over in the direction. Not as confident as, or more confident than you've been in many other picks, as Breakout is going to flick top shelf for their goal. But I'm going to let the new people try and decide for themselves. Who do they think is playing on Backfire and Breakout? As Breakout going to swing wide and get intercepted. Air dribble from Backfire is going to lead to a goal. I know I said I won't tell you who's playing, but one of the opponents of these players decided after about 10 seconds of gameplay they knew who they were playing against, which is probably also the reason why chat feels so confident. But you never know. You never know what surprises might be underneath the masks here in Masked Duelists, as right now it's 3-3. Breakouts. The double jump bump does not connect for a goal. Backfire just showed a really great defensive sequence there against Esper in order to get the win. Is going to have to do it again against Breakout. They want to take home the prize. Demo from Backfire. And now a bit of space and time. An air dribble starting from outside the middle circle. Center field circle. But end up going over the top to try and avoid the challenge. Long shot and a camera check to see if they got it, and they did. After they boomed the ball away, they looked to see if they had done well, tried to find out where Breakout was, and Breakout indeed could not get back to it. It would be cool to see this on LAN, like the dating game or something, best of one. That would be really cool. Yo, if the RLCS wants to steal some content, I don't know if you guys saw in previous majors, they did quick 1v1s, I think, where they had the players like mic'd up and stuff. Could be fun to do hidden 1v1s or something and then have them try and guess who they played against. Free content for the RLCS. All that I ask, and listen, this is a very small ask, is that you just add me to the roster of commentators. Come on, come on. That's a decent trade if you use the content, right? Backfire. Popping the ball up off a flick. And scoring his breakouts. As these guys are locked in game number one. Backfire, dribble out of the corner. Isn't able to score on the first attempt, and Breakout is going going to be able to clear it and gain a possession. Now, a double jump bump the other way. And it looks like Backfire is never going to have to stop dealing with these double jump bumps. Esper just did them. And now, Breakout running the same. Breakout with a bit of space. Wants the clean catch. Gets it dunked out of their control. Heads to the ceiling. You can see Backfire reacting to that by just completely laying off the air dribble. Just waiting to get a 50 with their wheels. Says, okay, if you're going to rush out to meet me, I'm going to get a reset as a part of the 50 and use that to wave dash and score. Backfire. A kickoff loss. Interesting 180 dash seems completely unintentional from Breakout, considering they immediately undid the 180 and got back to the ball. Backfire got their opening over here on the side wall and quickly converted on it. Breakouts. Lost the ball in their dribble. Tried to get the 50 to keep the possession going, but they got forced into net. It is a 1-goal lead for Backfire. Backfire a demo, so they can waste a ton of time here. I don't really expect them to take the air dribble. They will take it, though. I guess Breakout was able to close a lot of distance, considering how long it took to get to the ground. And oftentimes it is tough to handle the bounce off of a high bounce like that. But Breakouts gains control of the ball. Backfire on 0. That is a dangerous clear. They need to get boost, but they need to stick around at the same time. They were able to half flip to make the save. 12 seconds to work with. Backfire, a boost grab on the attacking half, almost definitely secures it. In fact, they're not even going to bring the ball over. This time, they will just roll it away to secure their win. Oh no, why did they bounce the ball up? What are they doing? Just keep it on the ground. It does hit ground. And Backfire will take game number 1. Game number 2. Backfire and Breakouts. A close one the whole way, as I'm sure it's important to use, game differential, especially as we go longer into the tournament. Who do you think would have the edge over other players, or do you think these players are evenly matched? All of that can help you figure out who is who. Breakout's going to score first to open up game number 2. Breakout with another goal off kickoff. Wave dash kickoff and a little bump in order to take Backfire completely out of the play. Breakout. Another early kickoff possession in their favor. Even though they don't score on the first attempt, they're going to reset here into their own half. Backfire willing to shadow and maybe turn and challenge now, as they swung around the arc of pads in order to grab boost to do so and feel comfortable making a challenge and having a good recovery if need be. Wave dash kickoff into bump again for Breakouts. Backfire going standard kickoff, and it is making them the victim of many a bumps. Backfire this time around wasn't in the trajectory of the wave dash, so got away with it, but it's going to be a quick Breakout bump anyways in order to gain possession. Now staring down a shadow as Breakout's flick is sent directly to the back of Backfire. Backfire looking to play with a heavy touch in order to counter and make Breakout awkward, but Breakout never was. Breakout handling it with ease. Breakout, another kickoff win. Right now, Backfire really just needs to figure out the kickoffs. I mean, it's hard to say how this game would be going if it was anywhere near equal. Right now, Breakout gets every single first possession, and these players are usually a little bit too good to not generally convert on those first possessions. So if somebody's getting all of them, it's going to be basically impossible to win. Backfire. Here's that kickoff possession we talked about. An air dribble, again using the reset in order to just go over the top of Breakouts. Something that seems important to them, to try and keep possession away over forcing a shot. Not a terrible idea, although it's taken them a while to really get this clean possession back. They have it. Breakout on the side wall. Backfire back down to the ground, and will take the flick. Maybe an adjustment to cut the ball lower when they saw Breakout coming. And when they noticed Breakout was headed all the way back to the goal line, no reason to rush. Backfire waits and gets the beat. Now another kickoff win for Backfire. This is what I'm talking about. As soon as the kickoffs started to equalize, Backfire seems to be a bit more in it, but was not able to get anything out of that possession. Backfire now. High setup into their own corner. Breakout has refused to give Backfire space, because Backfire has often gone back into that corner, hoping to reset on a possession, hoping to, you know, I think, buy a little bit of space. Breakout has always taken that away, has made sure to stay involved in the play, never allow any freebies. And so Backfire is going to have to earn their goals like this often, which is just some quick infield plays and punishing the fact that Breakout wants to stay so close. Wave dash kickoff into bump again, but this time Backfire able to dash on the landing and not immediately lose possession. Breakout, some camera checks, noticed that Backfire was going to go bump attempt, so just completely left the ball, but it didn't pay off because they get back to it, and Backfire wins with a just outside the box backflip challenge. Tough to do. Backfire makes it work. Wave dash kickoff for Breakout doesn't work as effectively as they would like. Getting chased down, they're able to dodge it. So Breakout, a chance to attack a shadowing Backfire, and Backfire cannot stop the double jump bump. Breakouts checks down and is now waiting out their opportunity for possession they know is coming. They want a little bit more boost, so they take it to the side wall, cuts off a little bit of their angles, and actually maybe makes it so it's not possible to get a great play. Minute left to go. So you hear the horn sounding. These two neck and neck, but almost a lead for Backfire as they look to punish the close defensive Breakouts. Single jump into wave dash in order to set this one up, and it's an own goal. It's a big own goal too. Breakout forced into a bit of an awkward save, I guess, but really I think they should have been handling this. I don't know if they were trying to save it intentionally off of a part of the net and go for some aggressive counterplay, but instead they just put it into the top left and now are playing from behind. Breakouts on an air dribble down into a reset just outside the net. They're looking for their last goal. A bump, wave dash landing I think Backfire is going to be around. They decide to challenge right away. Breakout flicks over the top of that challenge and converts with 7 seconds left to go. A nice read on an aggressive dive from Backfire. And now a win to the sidewall for Breakout. Are they going to be able to steal this game without even needing overtime? Backfire shadowing. It's a bump attempt. It'll hit ground. So another kickoff, a straight kickoff in order to decide game number 2. And an interesting setup from Backfire. You can see how far off to the side they set that up. Now they're going to pinch this one away. They're staying aggressive on only a couple pads as Breakouts is now given a ton of space. Backfire ultimately decides to back off. Breakout didn't handle it as well as they could have. They ended up having to make that play with only about 18 boosts left over. A little pinch. He's going to send it into the orange half. Again, Backfire playing on 0, but trying to stay supersonic. Now we'll leave for the midfield 100. Breakouts takes the ball on top of their car. Another double jump bump connects, and it's a goal. Breakouts will tie up the series. Make it 1-1 as we head to game 3. This is going to be a close bout between the two mystery pros that are left in the tournament. Game 3. Backfire versus Breakouts. 2 1-goal games, if I remember correctly. Game number 2 needing overtime. Backfire getting bumped. Oh, what a wave dash recovery. What a save from Backfire. Dealing with physical pressure. Is able to think quickly on their feet, land with a dash, and get back to the ball. An amazing defensive effort as Backfire will now bring this to the other side of the field. Not the best protection of the ball, but even that single jump is enough to not get Breakout to turn right away, and so they get to keep their possession. Now, reading the challenge that they expect to come, really because they lost control of the ball. What a shot, but a great save, and not the best recovery for Backfire, so Breakout will open the scoring. Backfire again bumped off of the wave dash kickoff. Seems like Breakout, goodness. There's 2 things Breakout loves to do, and it's their wave dash kickoff into bump, and it's just giving the ball away. We've seen them own goal. We've seen them just straight up give the ball away now. Ooh, Backfire trying to hit them with a taste of their own medicine. A little wave dash bump of their own. Backfire delaying the start of the air dribble only until after Breakout started to move back down to the ground. And it's a great read of the defense. Wanted Breakout to retreat, and instead of forcing it in the air, just played a really smooth ground catch into shot. Breakouts. Another wave dash kickoff into bump. And another goal. Can we see more Breakout kickoff POV? Sure. Yeah, sometimes I get stuck on one person in the kickoff a bunch. We'll try and make sure we give you guys a couple Breakout kickoffs. Backfire stealing this one away. Breakout, I think, had boosts to work with too. Just maybe not. Yeah, they had absolutely none. Take that back. Wondering why they did that? The answer is because they have no boost. All right. Breakout kickoff. Seems like a mirrored wave dash this time. Neither one of them able to get it as their noses pop too high. Breakout a challenge. Oh my goodness, what a save from Backfire. Backfire jumps early, pretending like they're going to make a touch to the back wall in order to make the first save. So Breakout leaves it, allowing them to do so, only it was a fake all along, which does put them in a jeopardizing position for the follow-up, and yet they were ready for that as well. So Backfire playing a couple steps ahead defensively. And now we'll stop Breakout's flick, and we'll counter for a 4th goal. Breakouts going to get the bumps off the kickoff this time around their own back corner as opposed to the midfield, but it's going to work very similarly to when they do it in the center circle. Breakouts looking to get the aerial game going. Backfire intercepts before they can even really control it. Breakout wants a dish. Not going to happen. So they want to reset the play. What is Backfire's plan here? Actually looking to try and take it away from the attacking half. A little bit of a mistake as they control the ball, but they're going to get double jump bumped. And that's probably all because that mistake in the corner. They just end up recovering a little bit later than they would like. They could not stop the Breakouts from doing a double jump bump, which they've gone to multiple times this series. Demo. Breakouts. Sometimes it's a bump. Sometimes it's a demo off the kickoff. It looked like Backfire had a bit of momentum, but these games are long, and it seems like they've come down to the wire every time. Breakout with the edge. A kickoff loss for them. Felt the need to cover the angle for the initial shots, but they have boost now, and Backfire going to be forced away. Breakouts tried to fake a flick setup. Backfire did not fall for it. And because Breakout never committed to any actual movement on the ball, Backfire was able to set it up off the back wall. Backfire side flip. I think Breakout must have missed a recovery here in the back corner or something. Oh, they went for a bump attempt and maybe kind of bumped themselves. Breakouts, you could see, was looking to chase down for yet another wave dash bump, but Backfire was too far out ahead of it, and now trying to rotate back on their air dribble to mix it up based on what they saw from the defense. Does not work to convert for a goal, but they have a save. Need to save a little bit of boost they do have in order to get it clear, because it's going to be a clear advantage for Breakout. Backfire wants to go to the opposite side. Grabs the 100 and is able to avoid getting punished. I think what Breakout wanted was to punish the boost grab at the midfield with a quick turn in and flick, but they were not fast enough. And Backfire will put an accent on it off of a good defensive play. It is now a 2-goal lead with 33 seconds left to go. Backfire. Big kickoff win. Although I wonder if they would have preferred to just control one into their back corner. Instead, they're forced into the orange half, and it's a double jump bump again. And that's what's been working for Breakout. To be fair, Backfire has elected to shadow defend very often, just banking on their shadow defense being able to bail them out. And that's going to result in a ton of double jump bumps. Breakouts. 10 seconds left to go. This ball going to be put on target. Need a good recovery from Backfire. Otherwise, they're in big trouble. They're playing on 0, but they are supersonic. A double jump bump is too high. This time, Breakout lobbed it up with the rotation of their car over the backboard, and they will not be able to score. And there was a nice shot I think you guys got to see from the players. Backfire versus Breakouts. It is a best of 5. $500 on the line. Backfire 1 game away. Either Backfire will end it here or Breakout will force game 5, which will decide the tournament, and then we are into the player reveal. Backfire going to open up game number 4 now with a 1-0 lead. Wave dash kickoff for Breakout, winning this one into the blue half and reading the challenge by flicking it over the top. To be fair, not only did they read the challenge, you need to be quick in order to get a flick off as swiftly as they did. And I think Backfire, to a degree, was saying, I doubt that Breakout can get control that quick, so I'm just going to go dive. Backfire does not want to get bumped. They know a bump attempt is coming. Immediate single jump after the kickoff in order to float in the air and dodge the bump. Breakout a fake, and it works very effectively, even dashing at the bottom of it to make it seem like they're going to take that shot. Backfire transitioned off the back wall and got beat. Breakouts wall dashing to reset to this ball in the orange half. Backfire deciding to back off, and a flick to the top left is powerful but saved by Backfire. And Breakout losing control of the aerial. They're going to trade boosts, and now very often that results in demo plays, but it's actually going to be Backfire who looks for the demo. Breakout has been the physical player so far. The Breakout just dodges, collects, and scores. Kickoff win for Backfire. And it needed to come as Breakout was on a bit of a run. Backfire, low 50. Dashing away. This one pinched high, and Breakout looks to reset. Backfire is going to close that distance, at least partially, but they've been really willing to shadow, and they will go to a shadow position again, sending this one directly into the backboard. Very intentionally aimed by Backfire, but still have not been able to get out of this possession. That might not be the moment either, as Breakout is going to go steal that boost and set back up in the midfield. What we've seen a ton from Breakout is they like to retreat back with those wall dashes. Whenever it's time to reset the play and run down to the ball, they will use those wall dashes. We haven't seen them using a ton of wall dashes when it comes to playing aggressively or trying to chase down the ball or chase down a player. They only seem to be willing to use them as a repositioning or defensive maneuver. Midfield 50 into a goal for Backfire as they continue to work their way back into this one. Just a favorable 50 that leads to a goal. Breakout just rolls one on target. Backfire tried to go over the top of the early challenge, didn't work. Breakout intercepts. You see them toggling camera left and right to see what they're dealing with. In the follow-up, they actually successfully faked the first one, but Backfire recovers well enough. Now lobbing the ball away with zero boost, but sticking around. Little infield fake in order to force Breakout to take a heavy touch. And that heavy touch can pretty much only be followed up by a shot that we just saw, one that is very easy to save. So Backfire can then take the ball the other way, and it's a very aggressive take. They went all in, expecting themselves to be able to double it. And when they miss, it's a free Breakout goal. Backfire now. Double jump into the low bump, giving Breakout just a little bit of a taste of what they've been doing the other way. This one is one of the lowest double jump bumps we've seen. Actually had to flip in to guarantee it. Backfire. Fake to the side wall and then power shot to put Breakout in net. But I don't know if they're going to be able to cleanly control this possession time. A little fake towards that corner into a 50. Got them a favorable wall to air dribble setup, but no chance comes from it as they try and pin off the backboard. They need to instead recover, and they do so perfectly. I don't think there's no reason to waste time here. Backfire, you need this goal. But I think they tried to go for the pinch across the net. When they didn't get it, though, they did not panic. Quick on their feet. Made the adjustment needed to get down and make the save. Or, if you want to give them as much possible credit, they were trying to bait Breakout into thinking they had a chance to dive when really they never did. That would be pretty favorable. Now, all of a sudden, it seemed like Breakout was going to be forcing a Game 5 this whole time. We're at a tie game now. Backfire on the edge of closing out the tournament. Going to guide this one into their own corner. Breakout gets demoed, and Backfire knows they can get this to net before the respawn. So a 1-goal lead for Backfire. 31 seconds. Can they hold on? Will they get wave dash kickoff bumped? It looks like Breakout will not be able to connect on it this time. In fact, they flip to the corner. Big mistake. Breakout is not going to be able to get away with that. On a pad of boost, they flip all the way around, trying to drop guesses in chat, but they're down 2. Breakouts. Double jump. Wants the bump, doesn't get it. Long shots for Backfire. 8-5. And it's a GG's. That is it. Backfire takes the game and the tournament. Breakout will finish second. Who is Breakout? We need names for who is Breakout, chat. We have Moxie. We have a Moxie 1,000 times. We have Nuggets. Okay. All right, we get it. We get it. You guys have Moxie. So who won the tournament? Who is Backfire, chat? Who is Backfire? I see Rawas, Drally, Nas. Chat, who is Backfire? Who won the Mass Duelist EU? Looks like they're going Rawas. But maybe Nas. Let's just restart here. Rawas or Nas, chat? 1 for Rawas. 2 for Nas. Previously, you guys guessed Rawas. And a 10-ish goal or 10 vote lead for Rawas. You guys are going Rawas again. I'll put a little Nas parentheses because you guys were at least somewhat split. The Mass Duelist for EU is complete. It is now time to reveal everybody who played. We will start with the people who got eliminated in the quarterfinals. Specifically, the player who got eliminated first, X-Devil. If you guys need a bit of a reminder, you, of course, voted that X-Devil was toxic. Toxic lost in the first round, or sorry, Toxic, whoop. X-Devil lost in the first round to Esper. Were you right that it was Toxic? Well, let's see what their opponent guessed. Their opponent did not guess Toxic. Esper thought they were playing against Nuggets. Esper thought they were playing against Nuggets. Nuggets and Toxic. Chat, was Nugget correct? Are the pros better at this game than you? The answer is no. It is not Nuggets. So is it Toxic? Is it a skill diff between you and the pros, and you guys are better? The answer, no. I know it seemed like I just leaked, but I didn't. It was just a mistake. X-Devil was not toxic. X-Devil was instead a very talented 1v1 player that unfortunately someone has to go out in the quarterfinals. X-Devil was Drally. X-Devil was Drally. X-Devil lost to Esper. I was very surprised to see Drally getting, Nugget and Toxic as the two guesses. You guys went Toxic. His opponent went Nuggets. The answer, Drally. Thank you for the brand new Prime. How about in the second round? In the second round, you guys stuck with Toxic. So don't worry. Maybe you felt bad because you didn't get the first one right. Paladin played against Backfire. I think Paladin played against Backfire, the eventual winner of the tournament. You guys guessed Toxic. Thank you, Mitch, for the brand new Prime. The opponents guessed they were playing against Nuggets. Interesting. People seem to think they're playing against Nugget a lot. You guys seem to think you're watching Toxic a lot. Was Paladin Nuggets? Were the pros correct? No. Paladin was not Nuggets. So was Paladin... It's Drally again. So was Paladin Toxic? Is it another miss? As you guys seem to think... These two, I think, have similar playstyles. You seem to see that same playstyle again. So is it Nugget? Is it Toxic? The answer is chat. Knows ball. Chat does indeed know ball this time around. It was not Drally. Paladin was Toxic. Congratulations, you are currently beating the pros. Now, Hotshot played against Gizmo. Hotshot played against Gizmo. You guys said it was me versus Jorias. Hotshot eliminated in the first round against Gizmo. The opponents of Hotshot said they were playing against Moxie. You guys are certain you saw Moxie in the tournament later, but a pro thought they saw Moxie in Hotshot. Was it Moxie? No. Pros not doing a great job of guessing who they're playing against. So, was Hotshot Jorias? You guys have seen Jorias on the channel a ton. You already seem to know ball a little bit more than the pros do. Pros are washed. You've earned that. Chat was still wrong, though. You are up 1-0 on the pros, but it wasn't Jorias either. It was someone who has played a good amount of show matches, but not a ton. They dabble here and there. Hotshot was someone who I would say plays closer to Jorias than Moxie. Hotshot was Oski. Oski. As a couple people typed that before I put it out. Oski was Hotshot. You guys said Jorias. Next was the final quarterfinal loser. If you guys remember, it was Merc versus Breakout. Merc versus Breakout. Breakout, the person you thought was Moxie the whole way. Merc, you guys said was Flakes. And you felt pretty good about the fact that it was Flakes. I have a feeling it could have a little bit to do with the fact that they played the Merc in one of the games. Flakes is famous for being willing to play other cars than the Octane. The pro that Breakout... So Breakout, who was playing Merc, the pro guessed they were playing against Luis P. Luis P. They did not think they were playing against Flakes. They thought they were playing against the Spanish player, Luis P. So were they? Surely the pros will be getting a guess right soon, right? But it won't be this one. It was not Luis P. It was not Luis P. Luis P is a very talented 1v1 player. Certainly someone who could play in the tournament. So is it Flakes? Flakes has been grinding 1v1 recently. And is back in the top 100, even though he had a big break for a long time. He's definitely the kind of guy who could be invited to this tournament. Do you guys have a 2-guess lead on the pros? No. It's not Flakes. It's not Flakes either. So another double miss. He did a double reset. Flakes ain't doing that. Merc was not Luis P. Was not Flakes. Merc was another Dutchman. But not the one you guessed. Merc was Joria's. Merc was Joria's. Joria's was willing to play the Merc for the first game before switching off of it. Joria says Keck W. I think you're misremembering what happened. I don't remember Joria's typing Keck W. So now we move on to the semifinalists. All these people played today. Chat Gizmo, you felt pretty good about. You said it was me. But really, you said it was Dark. Gizmo's opponent in the first round said they were playing against Dark. In the second round, you guys switched your answer from me to Johnny Boy. But their opponent felt like they were playing against Dark. You guys have not been very good at guessing so far. You've been a little bit better than the pros. But apparently, Dark's too tough to miss. You guys are right. This was Dark. It indeed was Dark playing for Gizmo. And yes, I did half say his name earlier on. But it was pretty clear. It was pretty clear. I guessed it right as well. Thank you for the gifted sub to Moxie, by the way. So now we get to Esper. You guys were deciding between Atto, Rise, and Raziers. Esper's opponent in the first round said they were playing against Joria's. And obviously that's wrong. I did not let Joria's play on 2 different positions of the bracket. You guys ended up settling more on Atto in the next round. Esper's opponent, which I believe was Backfire, right? Backfire said they were playing against Atto. Is it time for you guys in the pros to turn your guessing luck around a little bit? Someone in chat said Atto was streaming at the time. Well, if he was streaming the tournament. Because Atto is indeed Esper. Now, to our grand finalists. So far, thank you Theo for the tier 1. So far, the only person that everyone has fully agreed with is Dark. And almost Atto. But Atto's opponent thought they were playing Joria's early on. I believe that was X-Devil who guessed that. Or Drally guessed they were playing against Joria's. You guys were certain that Moxie was Breakout, who ended up finishing second in the tournament. Their first opponent thought they were playing against Moxie. Breakout's second opponents thought they were playing against Moxie. And Breakout's final opponents thought they were playing against Moxie. Everyone was sure that they know how Moxie plays, and Moxie was a Breakout, apparently. But the answer is no. No, I'm just kidding. Of course it was Moxie. Of course it was Moxie. You guys are right. It was Moxie. Yes, you were right. It was, of course, Moxie. So, who won the tournaments? Who won the tournaments? You guys said Rawas. Rawas, and then we're debating between maybe Rawas or Nas at the end. Backfire's first opponents, which I believe was Paladin, said they were playing against Fatira. They said they were playing against Fatira. You guys said you were watching Rawas. Now, if you're catching on to a little bit of trends, the second opponent guessed Nas. One thing that is different about you guys in the pros is they get to see ping. The final pro also guessed Nas. You guys were 100% sure you were watching Rawas. The only time you ever bailed out of it is when Breakout themselves said Nas in the game, which I was a little bit bummed about. And I think that sparked a few people to switch over to Nas. Were they right? Or was it Vatira or some other EU ping connection player? The answer, and your Masked Duelist EU champion, is indeed Mr. Nas. Nas is your winner of the Masked Duelist EU. Congratulations to him. You guys were sure the whole way that you guys were watching Rawas, though. Let's be honest. Until you got a little bit of help, probably, from Moxie, who guessed Nas for you. You guys were about to run away with Rawas. But Rawas was not part of the tournament. No, it was Nas, your Salt Mine champion. A very high-level player and somebody who is definitely worthy of your recognition, because I feel like a lot of people will say Rawas is the best ones player there is, and you guys were certain you were watching that when you watched Nas, and Nas has backed it up with his tournament results as well, and he's going to win this one over Moxie. So, some of these people you guys seem to catch on to pretty easily, but you had a really tough first round. You guys had no idea who was playing in the early rounds. Vatira's green? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it wasn't Vatira. It was Nas. It was Nas. You guys kind of got it at the end there, but like I said, I think you basically just took Moxie's guess. I think you guys, based on what I was reading in chat, we're going to say Rawas. Did the chat win then? Let's think. These were all correct. You guys missed the grand final person. I don't know. It wasn't really a battle between you and the pros, but you did do better than that. The pros are usually a bit better than this. They kind of choked the early round. I mean, Moxie and Dark are like the most obvious picks in the world. Those are the only two they got. They missed everyone else. Dark was really obvious. Yeah, Dark just said, bro, I'm too obvious. Here, I think I could highlight that message. Oh, no, I have to set up my whole thing. But either way, yeah, Dark. I also choked it a little bit for you, I'll be honest. I said da. I said da, but everyone had already known by then that you were Dark. And I'm glad you pulled out the pogo, too, to make sure everybody knew for 100% sure. What a fun tournament, chat. I think that the pros had a good time. What I heard back from the pros is that they had a fun time playing. And they were specifically telling me, hey, some people might have declined last time around, but I'm telling you, run it again, you know, sometime in the future. And I think people like the idea of playing anonymous, trying to guess who they're playing against.